some characters just explode. I don't know about you, but they explode into pop culture.
Yeah.
It's not just a movie or a comic book. They inspire everything. Toys, catchphrases,
Right.
even themed parties.
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're going to be looking at one of those characters.
Okay.
Iron Man.
The Armored Avenger.
The Armored Avenger.
It's fascinating to track his journey.
Yeah.
You know, from the 60s.
Oh, wow. Way back.
Back in the 60s in Marvel Comics, where genius inventor Tony Stark builds a suit to escape captivity to the global icon he is today.
And it's not about rehashing the plot.
No.
It's about
understanding his influence beyond the pages.
It's about understanding Iron Man's influence.
Exactly.
I've always been curious about how Iron Man's portrayal changed as he jumped from comics to cartoons and then eventually to the big screen.
Yeah.
Like take, for example, his early appearances in animated series like the Marvel Superheroes in 1966
Okay.
and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends in 1981.
Yeah. In those early days, animation was a powerful tool to introduce Iron Man to a wider audience.
I can imagine.
Many of whom might not have been reading comics.
Yeah.
It's using an engaging medium to spread awareness and generate excitement.
And it worked.
It did.
By the 90s, we got a full-fledged Iron Man animated series.
That's right.
Which introduced a whole team around him. War Machine, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, even Spider-Woman.
That's a key difference from his early comic book days in Tales of Suspense, where he was often a solo act.
Right.
This teen dynamic in the animated series speaks to a shift in storytelling, emphasizing collaboration and expanding Iron Man's world.
But let's be honest, the real game changer was the 2008 Iron Man film starring Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
It wasn't just a box office hit.
It was huge.
It launched the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
As we know it.
As we know it.
That's right.
Suddenly, Iron Man merchandise was everywhere.
Everywhere.
That film's success, I think, lies in how it reimagined Iron Man for a modern audience. You think so?
He was witty flawed.
Yeah.
Even a bit vulnerable.
A stark contrast to his often stoic comic book persona.
I see that.
Robert Downey Jr.'s charisma added another layer, making him a relatable and aspirational figure.
And that relatability, I think, is crucial to understanding his widespread appeal.
I think so, too.
He's a superhero, sure, but he's also human.
He is.
He struggles, he makes mistakes.
Right.
And he faces consequences for those mistakes.
He does.
It's almost as if his flaws make him more heroic.
Right.
More inspiring.
More inspiring.
This complexity is further emphasized when you look at the academic discourse surrounding Iron Man.
Oh, really?
One study even used him to discuss Orientalism and hegemony in media.
Wow.
It's intriguing to see a character who began fighting Cold War villains in a metal suit now being analyzed through such a sophisticated lens.
It really is.
It makes you wonder how much of Iron Man's evolution reflects our changing cultural landscape.
Yeah.
Is he shaping the conversation?
Or is he a product of it?
Or is he a product of it? That's a question worth exploring.
What's undeniable is his presence across various media platforms.
That's for sure.
From the early comics, now 5 volumes strong,
Wow.
to the numerous video games like Captain America and the Avengers, and the Marvel vs. Capcom series.
It's amazing.
Iron Man has permeated our entertainment landscape.
He really has.
And it's not just digital.
No.
Theme parties, action figures, even vintage comics are highly sought after by collectors.
It's true.
You can practically chart the evolution of pop culture by tracing Iron Man's journey through it.
And that's the beauty of studying a character like Iron Man. He's not just a fictional hero.
Yeah.
He's a reflection of our evolving anxieties, aspirations, and technological advancements.
Yeah.
He embodies this intersection of entertainment and cultural commentary, raising questions about who we are and the kind of future we're building.
It's pretty incredible.
It is.
When you think about it that way.
It really is.
This guy's more than just a guy in a suit.
Yeah. Iron Man's technology has often mirrored...
Oh, yeah. Or even predicted real-world advancements. That's true. I mean, we're seeing developments in exoskeletons, augmented reality, even AI that echo elements from his world. That's what makes this whole thing so fascinating to me. Yeah. The lines between science fiction and reality are blurring.
They are.
As technology catches up with imagination.
We can't ignore how that blurring makes Iron Man even more relevant.
Right.
He embodies both the possibilities and the potential pitfalls of a future driven by technology.
We've talked about his evolution across different forms of media, but we haven't really addressed why He connects so deeply with people.
Yeah.
What is it about this character
What makes him endure?
that makes him endure?
It's a combination of factors, I would say. He represents wish fulfillment.
Like, who wouldn't want a high-tech suit
Exactly.
that lets them fly and fight bad guys?
Who wouldn't want that?
But he's also deeply human, which makes him relatable.
That's right.
He makes mistakes, he struggles with his demons, and he's haunted by his past actions.
He's not a perfect, untouchable icon.
Right.
He's got baggage just like the rest of us.
That's what makes it more compelling.
I think so.
He chooses to do good despite his flaws.
Yes.
And that resonates with people.
I'd agree.
It reflects our own struggles and aspirations.
Yeah.
We may not be able to build a suit of armor,
No.
but we can all strive to be better, to use our talents for good.
That's a good point.
There's also that whole self-made hero aspect.
No, yeah.
Tony Stark wasn't born with superpowers.
No.
He built them.
He did.
It taps into that idea that anyone can achieve greatness through hard work and ingenuity.
It embodies the entrepreneurial spirit.
I see that.
The belief in innovation and progress.
Mhm.
Iron Man is a symbol of human potential.
Okay.
A reminder that we can overcome challenges if we set our minds to it.
But it's interesting how his portrayal has shifted over time.
It has.
In the early comics, he was very much a product of the Cold War,
Right.
fighting for American ideals.
As the world changed, so did Iron Man.
I can see that.
His enemies became more complex, reflecting a shifting geopolitical landscape.
Interesting.
He went from battling communists to facing terrorists, corrupt corporations, even rogue AI.
Wow.
This constant evolution is a key part of his longevity.
And yet certain core elements remain.
They do.
He's still a genius inventor,
Uh-huh.
still wrestling with responsibility, and he still has that signature snarky wit.
Those core elements make him recognizable even as his context changes.
Right.
It ties back to what we were discussing earlier.
Yeah.
Iron Man embodies our anxieties and aspirations. He reminds us that even in a complex world, individuals can make a difference.
We'd be remiss, though, not to acknowledge the criticisms surrounding him.
That's fair.
Some argue that he promotes a militaristic worldview glorifying violence and weaponry.
Those criticisms are important to consider.
Yeah.
Early iterations of Iron Man, particularly in the comics, often relied on simplistic portrayals of his adversaries.
That legacy can be hard to shake, even as the characters become more nuanced.
It's a reminder that representation matters.
Yeah.
And we should hold creators accountable for perpetuating harmful stereotypes.
But it's also worth noting that Iron Man has evolved in this regard.
He has.
Later iterations, especially in the MCU, have made efforts to portray his adversaries with more depth and complexity.
It's a positive step.
I agree.
It's important to recognize both the progress that's been made and the work that still needs to be done.
So after exploring his journey through media, his cultural influence, and even his potential impact on technology,
Yeah.
what does it all mean?
Why should we care about Iron Man's cultural impact?
Why should we care?
Iron Man, for all his complexities and flaws, is a potent symbol of our time.
Okay.
He reflects our fascination with technology, our desire for progress, and our ongoing struggle to define what it means to be human in a rapidly changing world.
He's a character who makes us think about the possibilities and responsibilities that come with great power.
Ultimately, that's why he endures. Iron Man is a mirror reflecting our hopes and fears. A reminder that even in a world of advanced technology, the choices we make as individuals matter.
That's quite a legacy for a guy in a metal suit.
It is.
It really is. And maybe that's the core of fun theory. It's not just about cool gadgets and action. It's about the ideas these things spark.
It makes us think about the future we want and the kind of heroes we aspire to be.
Yeah.
It prompts questions about technology's ethical implications, the balance of power, even what it means to be human as AI advances.
He's almost like a walking thought experiment.
In a metal suit.
In a metal suit.
It's a perfect analogy.
This is what elevates Iron Man beyond mere entertainment.
I agree.
He becomes a cultural touchstone, a reference point for conversations about science, technology, even philosophy.
Speaking of philosophy, we can't overlook that academic study on Iron Man and Orientalism and hegemony.
Right. It's not every day you see a comic book character sparking serious scholarly debate.
It shows how Iron Man transcends pop culture and enters intellectual discourse.
Right.
It speaks to his depth and complexity that he can be analyzed through such a sophisticated lens.
It also highlights how pervasive these themes are in media.
Uh-huh.
Even a seemingly lighthearted superhero story can carry weighty implications.
Which is why it's crucial to engage critically with the media we consume.
I agree.
We need to be aware of the underlying messages and how they might shape our perceptions.
Iron Man becomes more than just a character.
He does.
He's a mirror to our own cultural biases, a lens through which we examine our relationship with technology and power.
He reminds us that even fantastical stories can have real-world implications.
Absolutely.
The choices we make, the technology we create, the stories we tell, they all shape the world around us.
So after this deep dive into Iron Man's cultural impact, where do we go from here?
Yeah, what's the takeaway for our listeners?
What's the takeaway?
Be mindful of the stories you consume, the heroes you admire, the technology you embrace. Think critically about their origins, their impact, their potential to shape the world.
Because as we've seen with Iron Man, even a fictional character can profoundly influence our culture, our technology, and even our values.
It's a power we should all wield with care and awareness.
So keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep having fun with those theories.
Until next time, stay curious.